Happy Sunday afternoon. I am coming to you from the woods behind my house, sitting next to this beautiful mountain stream. I'm hoping you can sort of hear it trickling in the background. I am taking a little break from being in the house because it is New England Patriots opening day and things are a little crazy. Lots of hollering and carrying on going on. So I thought I would take the time to send a video out. I wanted to talk to you today about the concepts of self-compassion, self-forgiveness, and coming home to yourself. By coming home to yourself, I mean being at home in your body, no matter where you are. Recently, I've been traveling a lot for work, which has led me to new cities, new places, meeting new people. I've found myself in situations lately where I am definitely feeling out of place. I feel like I'm sticking out in a crowd. An example of this would be that recently I found myself on the south side of Chicago working at a clinic with very nice people. I had to go to the grocery store to get myself some lunch, and I was the only person in the grocery store that was Caucasian. And of course, in Vermont, that would never happen. I have lived in Chicago before for 4 years, but it's been 15 years since I was there, and I guess I didn't realize just how it feels to be the minority in that situation. And I was not scared or uncomfortable about who was around me, but I was a little uncomfortable with the visibility that carried with it. Everybody was kind of looking at me, not judging me, but just I definitely stuck out. And I was at this clinic for 3 or 4 days, and over the course of these days, I really became much more comfortable, obviously, going to the store. But what really struck me was that I was not as uncomfortable as I would have been in the past, because I'm finding that the more connected I am to myself and the more I'm doing the things that I need to do to really care for myself, the less the situation and the experience that I'm having matter, because I'm so grounded and so connected in who I am and what I'm feeling and what I know to be true, that these situations don't shake me or rattle me the way that they would have in the past. My ways of being connected with myself are yoga, meditation, prayer, sitting in the woods, reading books. All of those things help connect me with myself, with my soul, with God or my higher power. And that connection allows me to feel at home no matter where I am. And that's been an amazing feeling and has given me some perspective when I'm traveling. When I travel and I get into these situations, the first question I ask myself is, why am I here? What am I to learn from this experience? Because clearly we all have lessons to learn. And I think that every situation that we're put in for that reason. So the reason I wanted to talk to you about this today is because I had this like overwhelming feeling one of the days I was there when I was standing in line, where I just felt like, wow, I feel so at home here. And this is so out of my element. It's so not what I'm used to. But I'm fine with that, because it doesn't really matter. I'm being kind. I'm being myself. I'm feeling connected to myself. I'm feeling at home. And what's happening on the outside is seen through a completely different filter than I would have seen it in a couple years ago. So the purpose of this video was to give you a little perspective and to really encourage you to find that connection in whatever way is comfortable for you, whether that's through yoga, meditation, prayer, hiking, dancing, pottery, art, whatever makes you feel connected to yourself, to your higher power, to something outside of the material world and outside of our material experience. I would encourage you to do those things. and really find that home within yourself so that when you're having new experiences, when you're in these situations where you're not really sure, you have this new sense of calm and of, I'm at home here, so it doesn't really matter where I am. And I would also like to point out that a huge piece of this coming home to yourself and doing this work is the ability to be kind, compassionate, and patient with yourself. I think we expect to get things right away. I think we expect if we do yoga a few times, meditate a few times, pray a few times, some big shift is going to happen. I think it's important that you give yourself some space, that if you do yoga for a couple days and then it drops off for a couple days, that you're not beating yourself up to say, oh, I didn't follow through. Same thing with art or prayer or whatever we're talking about that connects you to yourself. Give yourself some time. Be patient. Be kind, like you would be with anybody else. Because we're all human. We all get busy. We all forget. We all have days where we just can't do it. That's fine. I have those days all the time, and it's been a huge process for me to allow myself the space, the compassion, and the kindness to just let that go. And I have to say that the more kind, the more patient, the more gentle I've been with myself, the less those lapses affect me, the more I realize that it's just one of those days and that's fine. And I really need to gift myself this day to not need to do anything. And that brings me even closer to myself. Because who doesn't want to be around someone who's kind and compassionate? And when you're hanging out by yourself, guess what? That's who you're hanging out with. So be kind, be compassionate, be caring to yourself. Come home to yourself. Love yourself because you're worth it. I am going to say goodbye for now. I've taken up enough of your time and I'm getting chewed on by all these mosquitoes. So again, happy Sunday. I hope you're enjoying my first vlog and I will talk to you again soon. Sat Nam.